Well, howdy folks, this is Rockin Farrier. You know, my dad, he shod a lot of horses back when I was a kid and the time I was growing up. And he always got asked to tell people how old their horse was. And so he'd look in their mouth, check their teeth out, and then he used their ribs and go down their ribs and tell them how old their horse was. And I learned that little trick from him, and I get asked questions a lot about horses' age. I even get people nowadays with modern technology, they actually send me photographs of horses' teeth. Hey, can you, I'm out and so, and I'm buying a horse, can you tell me how old this horse is? Anyway, so a few years ago, I guess it's been about 16 years ago, I wrote this poem. And it has a little information about horses' age with their teeth and a few things. So I thought I'd share it with you and figured you might enjoy it. And it's called, Don't Look the Gift Horse in the Mouth. This is an old saying that most folks have heard from the past. It's amazing how sayings like that seem to last. I didn't think about it too much back then. I'd just smile each time I heard it again. Since then, I've come to know just why it was said. Without a horse, their family might not have been fed. The reason you looked a horse in the mouth was because you wanted to know how old he was. His teeth give you signs that tell his age really great, from a colt on up until he's 8. Whether they're baby teeth or adult and still have cups where they wear, are sure signs of his age, but it doesn't stop there. He's 8 when he's smooth-mouthed, and on up from there you can tell by the width, the angle, and the wear. When he's 8, his ribs also come into play. They start to separate in a pattern as his back starts to sway. Now, if a horse was a gift and could work some each day, his age didn't matter. He would still earn his hay. But if you're paying a lot of money to get you a horse, you better look in his mouth, of course. There are some who might sell you a horse that looks fine, but I'd look pretty close if they say that he's 9. They're all smooth-mouthed by then, but don't go for the line. It might be his second time being 9. I've seen horses with papers that look just grand that has obviously been switched because someone didn't understand. If you don't know what to look for, there are those who do. If you don't want to buy a 12-year-old who's really 22. Back when horses were used every day for working the fields and putting up hay, for cattle drives and freight wagons, or just going to town, the horse was a necessity to have around. Most people had horse sense and knew what to do. You could ride, drive, or pack them, even eat them if you had to. Times have since changed and priorities too, and the horse doesn't have much real work to do. They're mostly for pleasure, some kind of recreation, but horses helped to build this great nation. Now horses are almost a luxury and feed isn't cheap, and that makes an old horse pretty hard to keep. A gift horse is just another mouth to feed, and that doesn't happen too much because there's no need. Now there are horses worth a lot of money these days, and they earn their owner money in a lot of different ways. Some rodeo events that folks pay money to see were done in the past out of necessity. There are a few that log, farm, herd cattle and sheep, the old-fashioned way to earn their keep. Now, I'm not trying to step on any toes, but that's just the way the old story goes. It's good to preserve as much as we can from the past, as long as the meaning is made to last. Without the savvy, the purpose just might go south, like don't look the gift horse in the mouth.